41, 41, 43, 46. Mic is not. 93%. 94, 94, 99, 99, 101, 101, 106, 107, 108, 112, 119, 129, 129, 131, 135, 136, 137, 139, 40, 46, 47, 48, 49, 54. Begin. Shravan, Srijit, Surya Prakash, Ujjwala, Salman, Varsha, Giresh, Yashwant. Thank you.
ಕೈ ಕೆಳಗಿರ್ಕೊ. ಒಂದ್ ಕೈ ಟ್ರೈ ಇಟ್ಕೊ, ಒಂದ್ ಕೈ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊ.
ವಿಡಿಯೋ ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ.
ವಕ್ರತುಂಡ ಮಹಾಕಾಯ ಸೋಟಿ ಸೂರ್ಯಕೋಟಿ ಸಮಪ್ರಭ ನಿರ್ವಿಘ್ನಂ ಕುರುಮೇ ದೇವ ಸರ್ವಕಾರ್ಯೇಷು ಸರ್ವದಾ. Pleasant morning to everyone present here. I, Professor Shalini from MBA Department, New Horizon College of Engineering. We welcome you to the Leadership Summit in association with AIMS, Association of Indian Management Schools, and knowledge partner Vasia. The theme for the day, Leadership Sutras, Experiment, Experience and Evolve. One song can change a moment. One idea can change a world. One step can start a new journey, but a prayer can change the impossible. To begin the program with the blessings of God, we would like to call our student Kishore from MBA department for an invocation song.
ಬರ್ತದೆ. गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गणेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गणेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि. गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुगुणस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुरुप्रवराय गुरुगुणगुरवे गुरुदेवदत्तक्षेत्रे गुरुदैवसदाचार्याय गुरुपुत्रपरिव्राताय गुरुपादालदण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि घोडबिल्पाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गणेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि। Thank you.
Thank you, Kishore. Now we will move on to the next traditional. In the right light, at the right time, everything becomes extraordinary. Now I request all our dignitaries to light up the lamp.
Come here.
Dhanlakshmi, please join us and one of the students also. One from LSP. One student from, please join us.
Thank you to all our dignitaries. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. We have with us one such leader, Dr. Sheelan Mishra, Professor, Dean, Department of Management Studies, Entrepreneurship Incubation Center, New Horizon College of Engineering, Bengaluru. Also, Madam represents AIMS, Karnataka Kerala chapter as a Vice Chairman. Welcome you, ma'am, and I would like to request you to address the gatherings.
Thank you so much, Professor Shalini. A very good morning to one and all present here.
A very good
Today
morning
we
to
are
one
very
and all
happy
present
to
here.
host the
Today we are
Leadership
very
Summit
happy to
in
host the Leadership
association
Summit
with
in
AIMS, the
association
Association of
with
Indian
AIMS,
Management
the
Schools,
Association of
and
Indian Management.
VASIA, the Whitefield Area Commerce and Industries Association, two very, very important bodies. Now, you must be observing academics with the industry bodies, and I think this is the time that all of you should get up, that academics has to be supported with industry learning, the real-time learning when you are in your education, and that's how a great learning will happen. The topic that we are talking about today, leadership sutras. And if you see the three words added, experience, experiment, and evolve. And I'm sure all the dignitaries sitting here on the stage today will agree that yes, this is how we have all evolved as leaders in our own respective fields. I remember one of those incidents where one of my higher authority came forward and told me, Sheelan, I see those leadership abilities in you. You will be a great leader one day. I'm not sure if it's happening, but that's how the journey of thinking and understanding leadership has started. I have read a lot of books which talk about leadership and really feel very motivated, reading all those theories. But in my experience, I've come across those great leaders who are practicing leadership and has a great influence on me as a leader and as a person. Let me just give few examples to you. Today, the chairman, New Horizon Educational Institution, Dr. Mohan Manghani, a very renowned name in the field of education, entrepreneurship, and philanthropy. The laser sharp vision that he has and the kind of contribution and education he wants to provide to his students is something very magnanimous. And that is something which drives all of us at New Horizon to keep striving in the pursuit of excellence. And that's how it is reflecting in everything that we do. Our principal, Dr. Manchunatha, a great leader, who has been always supportive of all the initiatives which help in building and creating learning platforms for the students and the faculty members. A person who has a vision of creating industry-oriented, industry-relevant education platform for all the students. Sir, I have been observing you for so many years, and there has been a great learning which is happening in all the various dimensions where we are interacting with you. People who are seeing sitting on the stage, let me talk about Dr. Ranga Reddy, the chief guest of the program. Today, when I was recalling back, when we started this entrepreneurship journey, ED Cell at New Horizon College of Engineering, and we did our first one of the first mega event in the year 2011, Sir was our chief guest. And since then, he has been with us in our journey. Anytime we have reached out to Dr. Ranga Reddy sir, he's always there as a very, very strong support, as a mentor, as a guide, as a big support of entrepreneurship. Thank you so much, sir. He's a great leader in his own field and he's doing his best in all the dimensions of business, social-driven activities, and a wonderful person to follow. Similarly, we have with us Mr. Mohan sir from Wipro. And I was mentioning in the morning, so the kind of association you have built with the entire education sector, is something which all of us should emulate. He is so busy with his own work at the organization, but the contribution he makes to the academics, mentoring the students, is something, we should all role model for. Thank you so much, sir. Ravi Kumar, sir. Who is the president of Karnataka Management Association. You should see the philosophy that he carries with him and with the intention that he has built Karnataka Management Association and his contribution to the agrarian society. Every month he comes out with a magazine on agriculture which talks about the challenges, which talks about the opportunities, which talks about how farmers can become better and can improve cost of standard of living as well as the economy. Now this is something again to where we see him as a role model. We also have with us Dr. Nandish, a very, very vibrant personality, the Dean of National School of Business. You sit with him for 2 minutes, you tell him this is what I'm thinking. I tell you in next 5 minutes your plan of the entire program would be ready. that is the kind of thinking process these leaders carry with them. So today, when I'm giving you these few examples, what I'm trying to tell you is you don't have to go in search of leaders anywhere else. You don't even have to search for what Bill Gates has done. They have done it in their own times and they are far out of your reach. But the people who are there right in front of you, with whom you're interacting, you just need to observe how they work, what they say, what is their thought process, and you'll be able to put all these three things in connection with each other, which is experiment, experience, and evolve. So to our students, if you feel like that this is a person I should emulate, this is a person I should follow, you already started following a leader. And I will tell you, such people will have a great influence on your life. Now, keeping my talk short because I've been thinking a lot about it and there is a lot. The topic is such that you can talk the entire day and still the discussion will not be over. But you have your right fit. Look for such people, talk to them, understand their philosophy, and your learning on leadership will start or will continue. So with this starting note, let me now come to my official task of welcoming everybody. It's my pleasure to welcome our chairman, Dr. Mohan Mangnani sir, in absentia. I welcome our principal, Dr. Manjunatha sir, to the Leadership Sutras Leadership Summit. Thank you so much, sir, for being here with us. And Dr. Ranga Reddy sir, the chief guest of the program. A very hearty welcome to you, sir. May I request our principal, Dr. Manjunatha sir, to present a welcome token to the guest.
No, let us leave it present. We are always talking, think about future. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. May I also request you to welcome Mr. Mohan, sir, the Global Practice Head at Wipro Limited. May I also request you to welcome Dr. Nandish Hiramat, the Dean of Academics of National School of Business. I request you to welcome Ravi Kumar, sir, the founder and president, Karnataka Management Association. Thank you so much, sir. I welcome each and every one of you, all the faculty members, all the student participants, for being part of this event, Leadership Summit. I also welcome all our fellow mates, the Fraternity Association of Indian Management Schools and Vasya. We are right now live on YouTube, and people who are watching us, I welcome you all and thank you so much for joining us. In absentia, I also welcome Dr. R. Nandagopal, who is the Director General of Shri Saraswati Tyagaraja College and President of Association of Indian Management Schools. Welcome you, sir, in absentia. I would end my welcome address with the one quote from Peter Drucker. Let me go back to theory because great people have written that. He has said, leadership is the lifting of a man's vision to higher heights, the raising of man's performance to a higher standard, the building of a man's personality beyond its normal limitation. Come out of your comfort zone, experience this beautiful journey of leadership, and you will evolve as a great human being and as a great leader. Thank you all and wish you all the best.
Thank you, ma'am. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. I take an immense pleasure to welcome our principal, Dr. Manjunatha Sir, New Horizon College of Engineering, Bengaluru, to share presidential address on leadership.
Good morning, everyone. So, very good morning, and respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. I always believe leaders, if he knows empathy, he can get easily the leadership qualities. What is meant by empathy? If we able to understand the feeling of the other member, definitely he can build his leadership qualities. We all know the definition of leader. Even nowadays, Google is there. If you just click it, we get plenty of the definitions. That plenty of definition, whether it is going to suit to us and suit to our actually the colleagues, that we need to understand. For that purpose only, the experiment. So what are the definitions are there? You need to experiment, get experience, and start relearning, also evolve. That with the tag, we are actually started this particular event, the Leadership Sutras. Leadership is how we are going to get the work from our colleagues, because most of the time the definition in management, superior, subordinates, all those things, it is there. In my experience, there is no word of subordinates. It's only a colleague. When we consider our subordinate as colleague, as a friend, as a partner, then he can easily lead the team, because leader should create leaders. Make your subordinate, okay, that word to make you understand, I use this word, subordinate, to make them a owner of their work. Suppose in the department, because let me explain with the education system. If the principal can make HOD as a leader, that's enough. If they understand their roles and responsibility as a owner, that's enough. Then as a HOD, they should make the faculty member as a leader, because they should lead the entire team of the students. The students also, actually the faculty member has to make their student as a leader. The leader in the sense, if he knows the responsibility, like the reading, studying to get the degree and to get talent, like this, the leader definition is entirely different, because the leader in the sense, not only Bill Gates, not only the Sudhamurthy, or not only, see the leaders in the sense at home also, the father is a leader. If we consider him as a leader, all the family members, that family will be a very, very happiest family in the world. Always. The acceptance level is also most important for the leader, because the colleagues should accept him as a leader. Then they start actually following him. Leader definition again to be followed. They should follow his words. How to make others to follow? Treat them as like you. That's all. Empathy. That's what I start with, empathy. because feeling, emotional feeling, we actually, in some of the books, they told in the work environment, we should not have emotional touch. In some of the aspect, it may be right. In some of the aspect, it is totally wrong. Because emotionally, we have to be connected with our colleagues. Suppose if the colleague is not in a good mood, we have to talk to him, make sure that he should get back his good mood also. Because most of the time, what will happen, the mood is also most important to get the work. That is why in the beginning, the leader, what he has to do, or everyone has to do, you have to wake up with good mood. That is, our mindset should make you to prepare to accept that day performance. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Because every day, you must have seen, every day it is not successful. We actually see many up and downs, but make sure that always you have to in the same stable mindset position. Mindset is also important to become leader. So today you are going to see the many leaders, they are going to explain their experience. With their experience, take some of the good points, because all these qualities which are available in the book, because in the book everything is available. If you are able to understand by reading, classrooms are not at all necessary if you look at. But the classroom, why it is required is, we should actually inform you which one is suitable to you. Because all the man who are human beings are, even human beings are not alike. Even twins also not alike. At least something, their vision or their thinking is also different. Crores of human beings are there. According to me, no one is alike with other member. It is their thinking ability is different. They take it in a different. So the leader should understand everything accordingly has to work. So for that, experience is also required. That in the classroom we are going to teach you. That is why classrooms are required. Otherwise, nowadays, because of this media and because of the books available, the great leaders books, with that we can learn also. But that learning is not 100%. That to make you perfect in this, the classroom is also required, and meeting with the experienced leaders is also important. Understand their ability, as your HOD rightly said, the leaders who are maybe among yourself, even some of your friends may be good leader. Sometimes in some of the books says leaders are born kind. It's the ability we get in the birth stage itself. But one side it is right. Because this leadership quality, by training, we may get maximum of 70%. Remaining 30%, you should understand and implement it. Understanding is, according to me, it is easy. Remembering is also easy. But application is important. You all actually, if I give you a test or examination to write the leadership qualities, I'm sure everyone will get out of out. Because for 10 marks, if you write 10 qualities, you will get 10 marks. Because the scheme is like that only. But have you implemented is the question mark. That this kind of the events are very much required. This, and you will get opportunity to meet the leaders in their field, particularly in their field. So with that, definitely you can build the leadership qualities. The team building is also important, and every time make sure that the leader, he will not expect all the credits of the success. He will leave it to others. He will leave it to others. Don't expect credit. Don't expect recognition. Automatically it will come to you. Automatically. Because if we start expecting something, we don't get. And others will start feeling jealous about you. Please leave all the credit to your team colleagues. Automatically all the colleagues will give it to you. It's all again the technology like give and take policy. And the action and reaction. How you act accordingly, you will get reaction. All those things you should learn. Leadership, it's because we are all teachers, if you give this the topic, I can take one day also to continue the topic. That is only theory I can explain you, but experience is most important. Team building is important. Okay, with this, I once again, I thank the organizer and I thank all the leaders who are sitting on the dais and all future leaders are sitting here, because when he was taking photograph, he was keen on taking photograph. He is not allowing us to enjoy the present moment. Nowadays, I have seen in majority of the visiting places, I went there, everyone, once they come to the visiting place, they start taking selfies, they start taking photos. I don't know whether they are enjoying the present moment. I don't know. They only will leave with the memories. That is also, please understand that. Please enjoy present the moment. Okay, one photo is required just for memory purpose. But why you are leave with the memory? Leave with present moment, because just I know this platform is not for this message, but I request everyone, because I have seen majority of the youths, they are always busy with taking selfies, busy with taking photos with their friends. I'm sure once you take a photo, I do not know, are you going to see your gallery? Even I'm not sure. Because I went just recently one visiting place. Okay, unfortunately, my wife also the similar way, she start taking photos. Truly speaking, after I came back, I have not opened the gallery at all. Unnecessary, I thought we wasted some of the present moment. Please enjoy present moment. Okay, if you start enjoying present moment, your the automatically, that is also one way of leadership quality. Okay, thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for motivating us to be a good leader and also inculcating few points on how to be a good leader, how to implement the managerial skills on our career path. Now I take an opportunity to introduce our chief guest for the day, Dr. E. Rangareddy, sir, founder and CEO of Legend Technologies India Private Limited. He is having 34 plus years of experience in aerospace sector, 28 years of experience in carrying out the projects and execution at his own company, 25 years of experience as an entrepreneur and in major corporations and startup environments. He is very well versed in business, technology, operations management and strategy planning. Rangareddy sir is an engineer, entrepreneur with a great business acumen and with a professional brilliance. Being a perfectionist, he has pursued the manufacturing of products that demand perfection and precision through his company, Legend Technologies and Synchrony Medical India Private Limited. He is a humble and down-to-earth human being. We welcome you, sir. Now I request our chief guest to address our gathering. Thank you.
Good morning to all. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Respected Principal, Dr. Manjunatha sir. Whenever I say Dr. Manjunatha sir, because we are at a similarity, he is come from an industry background as an academy as a principal. Whenever I come to this college, I feel we are coming for an industry come academy environment. So nicely you are making an industry environment in academy, Dr. Manjunath sir. And our very active Dr. Sheelan Mishra ji, and other guests who are Nandish Hiremat sir and Ravi Kumar, Mohan Kumar, faculty members, and future managers of this great Mahan Bharat. Again, a good morning to you all. First, it is a privilege and honor for me to be part of this leadership summit, and I have not come here to teach anything on entrepreneurship, because as your Dr. Sheelan Mishra was mentioning, I was 10 years back, I was here. Maybe like your college is growing to level, my industry also grown for last decade. Now recently we celebrated 3 decades of existence in aerospace and defense. Maybe initially started with a component manufacturer for I worked in HL, a comfortable job supposed to be. Now it has become a tough job because a lot of management experts made everybody's life tough by monitoring systems to bring it, and now outcome based monitoring. Everybody is monitored in your systems, your attendance is monitored with a photo things. So HL has lost his comfort life. When I was working in 86 to 92, it was a very wonderful life. So we used to call it as 2 punches and 1 lunch. It's some 5 rupee. You get 1 rupee 20 paisa breakfast and lunch of 1 rupee for executives with every facilities, hospitals, traveling. What a life. So, but unfortunately, I could not able to enjoy that life of comfort life in HL. I left in 92 and went to Mysore. My friend was selling from Ballari. You want to see the industries grow all over Karnataka. So Ravi Kumar sir. So I started my industry journey at Mysore. So I invested in Mysore and started in Bangalore. That is an entrepreneurship journey started for 30 years. So there is no regrets. Still I enjoy a very comfortable art and whatever we call in management cycle. But life is very tremendous, very enjoyable as entrepreneurship. And we are here, and I would like to thank college madam to invite me for a third time. I think this is the third time in 10 years I am a part of Neorajan College. And I am sure that you are in a great college with a faculty members like Sheelan Mishra and especially your principal sir. Especially your principal sir. And maybe you all aware or not know, but I would like to congratulate and compliment Neorajan College. Recently you have got in all India basis Academic Excellence Award in recently Indian Engineering Congress. I would like to I was a part of that organization where Institution of Engineers, so I am a National Council member, and we have conducted all over competition. Like it is an application received all over India. We have received more than 340 academic applications. I think you are one of the college got a best academic excellence award. That shows that what New Asian College is in the part of India. So that's why I said your future is very bright, and the college branding and the way you have a faculties and way you achieved into that. And I came here as representative of Vasya. So I'll restrict Vasya. What is Vasya and why we have become a knowledge partner for your New Horizon College in this one. Vasya is an industry body which started 50 years back. It is 1973. We are Whitefield Area Industry and Commerce Association. We are in the Whitefield area. And it was initially a Greater Bangalore Industry Association. Some 8 years back, we have converted. I think the name has been changed to Vasya because Greater Bangalore, the name itself is not existing now. That time may be part of. Now Vasya comes from that ring road side towards eastern part of Bangalore. All the industries, and also we added a commerce organizations, and now education also become I don't know whether you call an industry part of now, because the latest definitions even education engineering college comes in an industry is part of into that. So we are very happy that we are 50 years organization. We have a 400 industries members. So we have from manufacturing, services, process industries, everything from materials, metals. We have a large, medium, and a small industries as a part of our members. And we supporting industries are there like NGF Industrial Estate. We have a ITI Industrial Estate. We have a IP. In ITPL, all the service industries are part of our Vasya Industries bodies. And recently we welcomed, rather we are life membership application was given to New Asian College. We welcome them to the part of our Vasya family. And here the always whenever we come, always we build, there is a disconnect between the what products we are getting from a colleges and what products rather industry is expecting. I think that new education policy is a most of the time you feel that no, you should be off learning at college and off learning at your industries or internships, what we are going to do that. And especially I see very rarely professors like Shilan Misra and other ma'am came. They don't come out of their campus. I can say it's a comfort zone, like I was telling HL. So you don't come out and ask for an industry and meet somebody. What you look for us? Maybe what products rather you produce, we are supposed to produce and give you. Most of the time, any quality or anybody's branding is measured that what products you produce. As industry, I produce a product and supply to my customer, and I'll go after 15 years and ask them how my product is performing. That's the where I feel, no? That's the where I shows that what we have to do. Always I tell my all academy friends, so that you always grade your thing that what your products are outside and what they are branded or what they graded or where they are working, what is the feedback from the industry that what is the products have come suitable for them. If you produce your students which are capable of meeting the industry needs, and like Wipro and Infosys, they don't run any training sessions for 1 year, 2 year internship training programs. So they have to be, you will be learning here, you directly into the part of an industry and become useful there. So as a Vasya, we thought that we should not in the level of complaining, telling that academy is not doing best or they are not coming. So we thought we will ourselves will come voluntary and tell them. We have, as I said, around 400 members. That as you said now, NEP says internship, we are to supposed to be a work sometime in industries. And all our industry members, we are almost, I said 300, 400, ready to give an internship for you. You have to come out and see that as your principal sir says, that learning in the classroom is certain level, but working on hand, definitely I'm sure you get a very, very practical experiences, how the industries are working and what you are going to do that. And that way I'll assure that New Asian College that you got, I don't see more than 100 here, but we have a 400 members. Even each industry give 1 or 2. I think all people can be accommodated for internship, and if you are willing to work. Only the challenge is you should follow the rules, regulations, and as you said, your social media or whatever media you can do, but not in the industries and make it, because most of the industries will have their own discipline. Any internship should come and make their discipline should get spoiled. So normally we take internships. We are industry here different. We are aerospace defense because we had a challenges of official secret act. Say now any drawing goes out, and even HL recently stopped giving internships for engineers just because somebody, one student worked on a project. He has carried a drawing out. Somewhere in the search in Jammu and Kashmir, they found the drawing. So that is an again belongs to an engine product. It is not a serious, but that's the way the organization put a ban saying that we don't allow any internship to come and work. And that's the defense environment. But in the private industries, I don't see any challenge, especially for your management students. You have a lot of opportunities. We have a lot of problems. And whenever I always get happy when I get invitation from, like, no, we call it the temple of learning. Because I come here to learn, listen like your principal, your management head, and all the experts who are in the dais. So I can be listening and learning to that. It is an opportunity for us to come, and otherwise we don't get opportunity to learn anywhere. And somebody has to come, I have to read that know what we are going to there, whom I am going to speak, and who are the speakers are there into that. Always I feel honored to be part of this temple of learning institutions. And as an industry, I said you that India, they say nowadays, our PM Modi has made a lot of glamorization done for internships. I think Bangalore is one of the largest startup companies in India. I think we have to maintain the same trend. And previously, when I was starting an industry, there was a general trend is that if I don't get job anywhere, and you are not selected any public sector first job, next go to private sector, then government job, then you become entrepreneur. It was a case. It was a case. So when I left HL, they said, "Oh, you didn't get a job anywhere. That's why you're starting an industry." I said, "No. I just left an industry working after my MTech. I got a campus recruitment. I didn't get my loan sanction for 4 attempts in Mysore, saying that why you left a job and came here. 15 lakhs loan in 1993. So that is our trend. But now the first rankers, whether you take IMMs and you take any of the branches, don't just mentioning IMM. I'm not telling any other business schools or anything, but the people say no that any rank holders, any of the top 10 don't want a job. They don't want to go and sit for interviews. They said entrepreneurship. And I should thank Modi ji and all this present system that they glamorize internship as a passion and don't bother about a job. Maybe it's a different ways, and ecosystem is developed such a way that your internship, anything entrepreneurship you do, people are there with money. People are there with money. An idea, I think they say India has produced so many billion, we can say unicorns. I think largest unicorns for a last for 4-5 years. All know unicorn is $1 million turnover. It comes today's account some $8,500, 8,500 crores turnover of a company or valuation of a company. You gain that. So I always believe when I see younger generation that future is yours. Country is looking for a leaders like you. And whenever I got, I'm an engineer. So previously I thought technology is only the way you should run in an industry and make it. But after entering an industry, I found it that 80% is a man management, 20% is a technology. So technology is fine to certain level, not exceeds more than 20%. Your man management makes, so you are all young managers and future managers of this great country and your own enterprises. That if you learn how to manage, you do that, you can run any enterprises, you can become the best entrepreneurs, and you can be a best managers, and you can be a asset builders of this great country. And as a Vasya side, I again assure you that look for an outside work 1 month, 2 months or 3 months, whatever possible. And we rest assured that we will get you posted whichever you are convenient of posting or which you feel your marketing or HR, your finance or whichever area you want to work, whatever term is required. As from Vasya side, I'll assure you that we'll arrange it. And I wish you all the best for your future. And I wish that you will become, as I said, another 1 decade. That future decade belongs to India, and you are all part of the great Indian growth. What is going to happen to that? With this, thank you, New Horizon College, for giving the opportunity, and thank you all, and wish you all the best into it. Thank you, lot.
Thank you, sir. New
Yeah, you give it to the students.
Now I request Principal Sir and Dean Ma'am to present a token of appreciation to our chief guest. Thank you, sir and ma'am. Now I hand over the session to Professor Ankita.
Thank you, Shalini. I am glad to take an opportunity to introduce our panel members for group discussion on leadership. Our first panel member is Mr. Bhaskar Verma, sir. Sir is a strategist and possesses a great leadership qualities. His area of interest expertise in chemical utilities and government clients. Mr. Bhaskar Verma has worked with Capgemini as an accounts manager and senior manager at NESCOM. So the next speaker for today is Dr. Nandish. Dr. Nandish is a multi-skilled and techno-management professional with over 31 years of experience of diverse professional experience in teaching, corporate training, consultancy, and management of higher education institution. He is currently involved at Indus Business Academy as professor for HR and entrepreneurship. Faculty mentor, ELIC faculty ambassador, NISB National Innovation and Startup Project. Sir enjoys and passionately involved with his interest in consultancies with NGOs, professional networking, WTO intellectual property issues, and career coaching and mentoring. Dr. Nandish has held several senior academic leadership positions at various renowned institutions at Bangalore. Sir is passionate about social work and currently managing 4 NGOs. And Sir is also a member secretary of Association of Indian Management Schools. We welcome you, sir. I request our principal, sir, to present token of love and appreciation to sir.
No, it is not a prize. It is only.
Thank you, sir. Our next panel member, Dr. Ravi Kumar sir. Sir is the founder president of Karnataka Management Association and was a senior operations manager in 1981 to 1983 and promoted as a head of marketing for Mysore Mineral Limited from 1993 to 1997. He is a former dean at Acharya Institute and also an alumni of Indian Institute of Management Studies, Bangalore. We welcome you, sir. I request Dr. Sheila Mishra, madam, to present token of love and appreciation to Mr. Ravi Kumar. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Our next panel member is Mr. Mohan Kumar, sir. Sir is currently working as a practice head at Wipro Limited. His area of interest is in providing leadership and planning for application development and maintain transition project, digitalization of supply chain transformation program, and manage multiple stakeholders across global purchasing categories. He is a strategic recruiter in the selection process of cloud professionals and also a moderator for today's session. We welcome you, sir. I request our principal, sir, to present token of love and appreciation to Mr. Mohan Kumar. Thank you, sir. We have something unique as a student moderator and panel members. The students represent different departments of our college. So now I introduce Shreyas from IEC as a student moderator and to introduce rest of the student panel members.
So, good morning everyone. I'm Shreyas, pursuing third year of engineering in Information Science Department. I am the student moderator for today's event. I believe that we all know that we are at the end of the year and the next year is going to be the years for the leaders. Leaders like you, people who are sitting here are the leaders who will be taking our country forward. So at this talk, we want every one of you to gain all the knowledge that is possible to take from all the leaders that are present on the dais. And also, And also, we have a great panel members who have a n years of experience in training students. So they will be giving you all the way and all the experience they have gained over the time. You guys go through the experience and understand how leadership works, because you are the future leader for the country. And also, we have a set of student representatives from each of the departments representing their departments, and they will be introducing themselves. So we have Om.
So, hello, good morning everyone. I'm Om Kumar Chawla from the AI Engineering Department. I'm also the father of
So next we have Shivaya from MCA.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Shivaya. I'm from MCA department, and currently I'm studying in third sem. I'm a class representative for MCA B section. Thank you.
So next we have Siddharth from Civil.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Siddharth. I'm from the Civil Department, and I'm currently studying in 5th sem of Civil Engineering. And my passion is football, and I'm a technology enthusiast.
That's great. Next we have Hanif from Mechanical.
Good morning to the dignitaries and everyone present here. My name is Anush, and I'm currently pursuing mechanical engineering in third year. And I'm a board member of SAP Club, which is next gen.
Okay. Next we have Vishnu Prasad from MBA.
Good morning to one and all present here. I'm Vishnu Prasad. I'm currently pursuing my MBA second year. And since we're talking about leadership, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the former Indian captain, happens to be one of the leaders that I've adored since my childhood. Thank you.
So next we have Apurva from MBA.
Good morning, everyone. I am Apurva Chilani, currently pursuing MBA third semester. And if I talk about my relevant skills, so I like to work with numbers. That's why finance happens to be my favorite subject.
Okay. Next we have Sri Harshita from ECE.
So good morning, one and all present here. My name is Sri Harshita. I'm from the Electronics and Communication Department, and I am very much interested in chip fabrication, and I also like the marketing domain. So I'm looking forward to both of them.
So next we have Ishita from CE.
Good morning, everyone. I am Ishita Chawla from the Computer Engineering Department. Currently, I'm pursuing my third year in the department, and I am a technology.
So at last we have Ria from CSE.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Leah Sarkar, and I'm pursuing computer science and engineering. I'm in third year basically, and I have done emceeing for Salon 2022 for contemporary dance on stage.
So, okay, at last, let me introduce myself. I, Shreyas Konkar, a passionate entrepreneur who has been running a successful, not a successful, I'm running in the entrepreneurship journey from last 1 year, building a business called Investor. And I, who's working with 4 different entrepreneurs on 4 different projects. So, for me, it comes to me every time that I have to put myself into a quality of leadership. So it's going to be a very important session for me to interact with these people and get all the source of knowledge, because for every time I should be experimenting with myself, evolve, and I should experience and evolve, because that's the quality of the leader which all are looking forward. And to start with, my sutras about leadership. Now, for a leader, he should be very keen to connect with people. That's what happened for leaders. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, leader should be innovative. At every time, he should put out in all the different situation, and try to get the solution out of it. That's the second quality one leader should have. And the third one is, leaders are always should go to the bad times. That's the quality of a leader. Okay, today morning my watch stopped working. That's a bad time. I can't see the time itself. But you have to find the solution for that. I dealt with it, and everyone have to deal with the bad times, and that's how you become a leader. And at last, I have this one successful, like one thing which I follow every day to become a better leader. So if you're passionate about something, just when you wake up, just close your eyes for morning 30 minutes and dream and like think of what you want to become. Just think of it and then start working, so that every day when you start working, that will produce 100x more result than what normally works, because that imagination you have in your mind and that perceives you and that makes you believe that what you do will bring success in you. That's the leadership sutra I follow. And the next thing is, see, when I came, like come and advise you something, you guys don't believe. That's the typical mindset of an Indian, right? That no one like agrees to me, because they think that why are you credible? Like who are you to tell me? So you must have a mentor in your life who will guide you. See the difference between me and a mentor. If I come in front of you, I am here, you are here, there is a barrier. That barrier is called ego, that why I should listen you. When you have mentor, which in Indian system we call as guru, when you come in front of guru, this ego will be removed, and only there is a, as principal sir told, there is a empathy between you. You should surrender to the guru and they will guide you. You act like that and you will for sure get success in your life. So to remove that barrier, you know, if you want to find the leader, you where you want to go. You just want to meet these people and they will take you forward. Okay, so let's go to this leadership summit 2022 and let us understand like how leadership works with a broad spectrum. So we like let us start to understand the what leadership is.
Thank you, Shreyas. I request Mohan sir to please start. Mike.
You can all see me, right? Very bright and have need two mics.
Okay, while I don't think we're going to waste time while they're setting up. So first of all, thank you very much. It's a very difficult role for me as a moderator, but the thanks to Shreyas, he already kickstarted the whole thing. He's made my life easy and our lives, at least the leadership. You know, the ease, experiment and all this ease, he's already shown energy, enthusiasm and excitement. So thanks, Shreyas. Give him a big applause. So I think as when ma'am said, you know, you have to come here and speak. When you talk about leaders, the three words, it's very easy. You know, if you go deep inside, I'm sure each of us will have a lot of things to say about. So I'm just going to start a helicopter view on this to set the context, opening remarks, or any panel member would do. So just to show how do we evolve, how do we start from an incomplete leader, and there is a journey. You know, we all, to be honest, to my first role as a leader, it took me being an electrical engineer and being in an IT. It almost took me 10, 12 years to even demonstrate my leadership. Otherwise, I was just doing software programming, do the best thing. Till my boss in Australia, he said one day, I don't see in my appraisal, he said, I don't see any leadership qualities in you. I don't know what, I didn't go to any B schools that time. So I said, okay, I'll just shift here. So I didn't go to any B school. I didn't know what leadership means. So that I understood, that means I've not even started a leadership journey. It was an incomplete. So when he first ignited me, that in my appraisal, it's written in black and white that you have not demonstrated leadership, so I'm not going to give you pay rise. Though I was in a consulting, utilized good amount of salary, but I was also expecting some progression. So that is my first wake up call, that in life, somewhere we need to take leadership. You know, we cannot just be sitting, like Sir said already, in our comfort zone, somebody else to run for it. I think those days are gone. I'm telling you, each of us, when you enter our campuses, in at least in our any industry, you will be watched and monitored. Not forget about your CCTV cameras. Everything, customers going to watch you. So how do we evolve from incomplete to become, how do we practice to start with, and then we also become a total leader? It's a journey itself. Now, today I'm just going to, I have made some preset questions, but we are going to, more than me, I'm going to learn from our experts. I'm also fitting myself from an IT to industry. I'm sure they also, we have these core industries. Likewise, I also learn from them. And let's see, I'm going to start few questions, sir, from Mr. Nandish, sir, Hiramet. Opening batsman. So by the way, we are all Rotarians, and also, so we have met, and at least we are very familiar with each other. So we are not strangers here, sir. From academic point of view, I think with new NEP and all this, how do you see the next generation? How do we shape our future business leaders into leadership role, and what are the things the academicians are doing? So we'll start with that. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon? I know I wanted to check whether all of you are up and awake. Good afternoon. Okay, and just small supplementation to my introduction. Currently, I'm the dean at NSB Academy. IBA was my previous assignment. That's perfectly fine. Okay, before I start, I would like it to be more of a dialogue. Are you all leaders? If you are leaders, kindly put up the hands. No, I'm asking them. Let me see. I had taken the head count. There were 92 students, 5 leaders on this side, and about 12 faculty. But I'm seeing only number of hands coming as only the people who came here to as a student moderators. I'm not seeing any other people. If at all this is your perception that you are not a leader, sorry. Please wake up. All of you are leaders. Please understand. If you don't have that conviction and belief, you cannot become the leader. First and foremost thing is, you should have that attitude of leadership. Second is, believe in yourself, you are a leader. I think that is where you have already made a 1 mile of your journey. Now coming to Mohan sir's question, yes, of course, Rangareddy sir, Mohan and myself and Ravi Kumar, all of us have got one thing in common. We are all Rotarians. We work in Rotary, which is 117-year-old organization. Now coming to the question specific, especially how to make the students. See, first and foremost, academics is one part of it. Yes, keep doing whatever engineering or MBA which you are doing is one part. But are you going to develop yourself into a leader by multiple different things? Maybe going to an fest and attending. And whenever you do the industry research product, your summer internship, Reddy sir was talking, go and do the project, present it in one of the conference. That is where you will be displaying your leadership. Then when you really basically get into doing anything with your faculty, show your exemplary leadership styles. That's it. See, you are all having an opportunity, but if you don't take the responsibility, you will not be able to move ahead. And another thing which I suggest and which I am always kind of encouraging the students, when faculty are doing some research, become a part of it and make a presentation out of it. Go ahead with the publication. Even if you look into New Horizon College, they have around 152 startups getting nurtured in their incubation center. Become a partner. Shreyas is one example. Pull out one person as your mentee and just start nurturing. He will become a mentor, he will become a mentee. Do you think you will learn all this in the classrooms? My direct straight answer is no. Please don't get limited to your university curriculum. So I can keep on going, but I think we'll have a lot of things to come up. Summary is very simple. Academics is one small component, maybe 25%. Remaining 75% is how you will really leverage to move up the ladder in multiple different ways. That makes the difference.
Sir, you can add what's missing is
Yeah, good afternoon. As Dr. Nandish, he gave his remarks that education, it is only smallest part of whatever you want to become like a leader. It may be helpful in learning English, learning few terminologies, learning few concepts. Except that leadership, it's a much more bigger role in our life. Every one of us, right from our childhood, we are leaders in one or the other way. Maybe your elder brother, or a class leader, or in your playing in a football team or a kabaddi team, you may be a captain, and you will be helpful to your mother, you will be helpful to your father in one or the other ways. Therefore, I think you have a very wrong perception that leader means he cannot be. You cannot be like Narayan Murthy or Vipro chairman, etc., etc. That's what we have a wrong perception in the mind. All of us are, I would say, born leaders, and over a period of time, we learn many things based on our education, based on our observation, based on our experience. We are going to become so-called leaders. It could be in one way or the other. There is not that you should become like a Narendra Modi, or you should become like a Narayan Swami, or you should become a Tata. No, that's not the idea. So we have one or the other leadership skills are there already existing in us. So how to nurture it, how to bring it to the force and become a voluntary kind of a leaders. Because we have seen in our country, it started from maybe from Buddha, then Basveshwara, then Mahatma Gandhi. They have all evolved over a period of time. For example, Mahatma Gandhi, to become a Mahatma, it took more than 45 to 50 years. Then only he was called as Mahatma, in the sense he was the greatest leader, where he could persuade entire India with different kinds of languages, different kind of sects, different kind of castes, religion, etc., to follow him to fight against Britishers. So it's not a one day, a course. But as he questioned, education, of course, it gives a basic, knowledge or whatever kind of a thing you may require in future. It may lay some kind of a foundation. But today, we have come out with a new education policy. They say that it will give many things to students. So all said and done, again, it all depends on how we practice it. As Dr. Nandi said, once you are, convinced that yes, I am going to become a leader, I am a leader, then things will follow automatically. So don't be a pessimistic or a backbencher where I am not a leader. Every one of us are leaders, and let us move ahead with positive attitude.
Thank you, sirs. Just to let you know on education, leadership development, they spend $50 billion on a year giving a lot of training, especially not necessary, middle management, senior management, CXO. So it's a lot of thing to invest to get ROIs. See, at the end of the day, corporations, companies are looking profit, lower the cost, operational efficiency, customer centricity. So imagine 50 billion just goes on training, educating ourselves, learning and development space in leadership alone. And on average, 2 books are published every day. You can go and see Google, it's 50 books people publish just on leadership. And leadership itself has gone evolved. Like I said, today we are in industry 4.0. The sort of technology, business, alignment with you name it, everything. So, like I said, I think already they are academicians, and with New Horizon, I think they are really focusing on building leadership capability, I would say. Just to next topic, I would focus on experiment, and Dr. Rangareddy sir, I think he can throw some light on experiment. I think leaders try, right? Take risk. If you don't try, like he's already given precursor how he started from HAL, how he took off from aeronautics, and is still in the same domain. But what sort of experimentation how a calculated risk? Do they do POCs and pilots and then scale up? We would just want to hear from your experience, sir.
Thank you, Mohan sir. I think as the experience of an industry goes, so as I said, what experiments we are doing. So when we started a company, I think 30 years back, so normally we say start with a small components manufacturing, a subcontract level. So the aim was that our legend should have our own product and it should be in the market. And after 30 years, 2 years back in the last Aero India, we signed an agreement with the Defense Ministry that in a private industry at our scale will manufacture a first time in a two-seater ultra light helicopter as a total product. And even when we spoke to the power engine suppliers, because India doesn't produce any power plant for any of the aircrafts or helicopters, what we make it. Maybe this is a challenge for all younger future, that India also should produce power plant engines, no, right? Your automobile engines, like we don't produce any engine which fly propulsion system for helicopters or aircrafts there. But when we started asking a supplier in US that they don't want to believe that our company level can make a product and we can, they after 6 months they responded back, yes, they understood that we are a serious experimenting and we already done a mock-up level now. I think in the Aero India, I think February 13th to 7th, I think it is happening in Elanka. So we are going to show our product there and to the world, that our ultralight. So this year, what you want to say is, if you have a vision and you want to say that there is no limits, that except HAL for the last 75 years existing, no other company, whether it is a bigger, people say, why Tatas they don't produce, why L&Ts they don't produce, why your company want to produce in a product. But it's a passion and experience, expertise we generated for last 30 years, and we are so confident that we are going to produce this helicopter. It will fly in 2025, and this will be the first ultralight helicopter in India, and is the first MSME industry producing, going to develop it, and it is a very economic price. So we are targeting to produce around 5 crores change, and is almost equal to a luxury cars nowadays. The car also costs around 5 crores. So experimentation has to start with your vision, and we thought we should make it which nobody has attempted it, and we are sure that we are going to be successful, and the first flight will be in 2025.
Congratulations, and wishing all the best. I'm sure you'll grow greater heights. So leaders, actually, not only you don't look to a leader for ideas. Actually, leaders create a space. They create a space. They take inputs. They ask for ideas. Could be co-workers, peers, industry, bodies, the whole ecosystem. They create a space for innovation. Right, so that is what the leaders do, and they know the way, they show the way, and they go the way. That's what sir is already in that pathway. So good, sir. By the way, my first job apprentice was in HAL only. I learned my IT programming in COBOL in the EDP section, and the transition. What I have seen, in fact, 3-4 days back there was a HAL day, right? It was birth of HAL factory. You could see the leadership. I'm following. In fact, my dad also was part of Aero Engines. I could see the leadership. Every chairman, chairperson. Nowadays, we don't say chairman. Politically right, chairperson. Every chairperson brings that leadership. How they associate with defense and also commercial sort of engagement. And HL has grown to really great, and as well as the ancillary and the others industry. So my next question is a little bit on the human behavior, sir. I'll leave the panel open. Anybody can take this. How it has changed, behavior, especially last 3 years we have seen during COVID. Like I think principal said, talk about empathy, right? Putting in other people's shoes, the care about. Suddenly there's a bit of a shift in leadership. It was a test for leadership actually. The 3 years COVID. Hopefully COVID will. We don't want to say any more COVID. We are done with it. We hopefully will be on the positive side. But I'm saying what behaviors and we have learned, and leaders, actually a lot of people stepped in, right? And organizations, community, government. So many people got involved, and you can throw on lights on some examples how the leaders demonstrated in difficult times as well.
Yes, since many of our friends here, they are talking about HAL, their association with HAL. I would like to add something. I am also associated with HL because my daughter, who is a MBA from Christ College, she is working as a senior HR manager. Now, since last 16 years, she is working in HL. Just for your information, sir. Yeah. Coming to various leadership styles we have seen in the last 3 years. Initially, when first wave was there, even a big so-called leader like Narendra Modi, he got confused what to do. He started, asking people to, play with your plates, do some kind of a magic. So that was the state of affairs. We didn't know what to do at all because we never had experience of handling this kind of a pandemic in a very big way. Again, government of India along with state governments, they started experimenting various things. And before coming to conclusion that, certain things like lockdown, closing of all the shops, closing of all the transportation, schools, colleges, offices, we started experimenting with the different methods, procedures, because we were not very sure of the medicine. They said that there is no medicine at all. And, maybe after, by the time we came to second wave, probably we started, some kind of a concretizing whatever the experience we had. And again, based on our experimenting in the first wave, probably second wave was reasonably well organized, well conducted, in spite of so many deaths we have seen. So that is a leadership or coming to conclusion that, how things can be improved over a period of time. That was, based on a lot of experiences. After experiences, then again we started evolving. After third wave, maybe third wave was very well managed, both at the stage of hospitals and all the offices and shops, etc. But today, again, we are talking about fourth wave. But the fact is that we are more confident that we will be able to handle COVID in much more practical way and in a much more better way, so that we will have lesser number of deaths and other losses, especially in the business sector. See, that is how people have evolved by experimenting and by experiencing its positive effects, positive or negative effects. I think we are more or less sure of how to handle COVID in more effective manner today. Yeah.
Okay. It's okay, my voice is loud enough. I'll increase my volume. You can hear last row, right? So, see, to the question on what has happened into the people dimension of a leader, I'd like to define leadership in a different style. Leader has got two components. One is lead, E and R. Okay? It is very simple definition. Don't go for a bookish definition. A person who knows how to deal with the people to get an effective result is a leader. I'll give you one simple example. There is one Anjaneya temple in Malakshmi. I'll take a simple example, then I'll come to industry example. There was one beggar, his both the legs were cut. He was sitting on one wooden stool, and Saturday is a very popular day for a Hanuman temple, you know that. He used to deposit that money with one of the Rotary friends, our farmer secretary in 2005. He used to deposit the excess money, whatever he earns, in the bank account. He had made a will with the advice of a lawyer. For your kind information, when he died, this Krishnamurti got a message that that beggar has died. In his account, he had 12.5 lakhs, and that 12.5 lakhs was gifted as a will to one of the NGO. Do you think this is a leadership with a human dimension? Just to coming to the point of Mohan sir. I'm asking a question. Anybody taught him the leadership like in a Harvard or Stanford or... That's the human element. Please understand. Let me quote two industry examples. When COVID was in the peak in July 2020, please understand, have you heard of a company called Avantis, agrochemical division of Tata? Anyone? Don't read newspaper. That's the problem. Okay, Avantis is the agrochemical divisions of the Tata group of companies. CEO basically had one simplest practice, zero cost experiment. We were talking about experiment. He used to come every Wednesday, 30 minutes. He will meet all his employees, around 3,500 in that division, on a Zoom call. He never used to talk about business. He never used to talk about profit. He never used to talk about anything on the business except how is your wife, how is your daughter, how is your son, how is your family, whether everyone is okay. It was a human dimension. Believe it or not, all 3,500 employees were waiting for that 30 minutes interaction every Wednesday during the lockdown. Do you think it is human-centric leadership? I'm asking a question. Yes. Do you think this will be found in the books? Definitely no. Please understand, my dear young leaders, you will have to inculcate this. Now let me take another example of ITC. You know Classbook notebook all of us use? They have one unit in North India. This is shared by none other than the CEO of the ITC Classmate products. During lockdown, government had put a restriction. Only 33% of the employees should be on the manufacturing unit. That too after some relaxation came in. 67% people cannot come to the work. They had around 1,500, to be precise, 1,523 contract workers out of 8,000 workers in that factory. Let me repeat, 1,523 contract workers. They were not on the regular roll of the ITC. They were taken care, they were given the grocery, they were given the training by the HR department because of the initiation taken by one employee. He went and spoke to the HR manager, sir, let us take care of our contract workers because they don't have access like what we have. One thought by an employee, and he is a floor level worker for your kind information. HR manager took the initiative, they made it as a HR policy, took the approval from the CEO. They went and supported all these people about health and wellness practices. They gave certain groceries so that they can sustain for about 3-4 weeks. This relaxation came out. 33% became 50%. That time, when the communication was sent by HR manager who would like to come and work, do you know out of 1,523, how many people were ready to come and work in the premise? Please remember, there was a scare for a death that time. August 2020, I'm being very specific. When people were struggling to live, out of 1,523, how many were ready to come? Contract workers, let me meet. Very clear. How many were ready? Ready. All 1,523 were ready. They sent a message through their one person in the village, regular employee, sir, we are ready to come, regular employees, let them relax now. We will come and do the work. They came and did the work in 3 shifts. Why it happened? Because of the human-centric leadership, my dear young managers and leaders here. It's not because of the big protocol practices, whatever we have. If we show the human dimension, people are ready to give their life. They are ready to risk their life and work for the organization. This is the data I have learned directly from the CEO in one of the NHRD leadership speak sessions. My dear young leaders, point is very simple. You become first human, then things can fall in place. I can keep on quoting several examples. But let me conclude with one very, very important point. Dabbawalas, all of you have heard, right? Do you think it is a great human-centric relationship or leadership? Yes or no? Yes or no? About Dabbawalas, everybody knows. But let me bring in the human-centric component. When Dabbawalas works, when he sees Dabba is coming out with some food inside, he knows something has happened between husband and wife. There is a quarrel. Right? And he comes back home, he asks, Bobby, kya hua hai? Bhai sahab khana nahi kaya hai. No, he has not eaten the food, something has gone wrong. What is it? Then she will tell her, thoda jhagda ho gaya. Then he will probe it, he will understand. And next day when he goes to the lunch box, Bhai sahab, sab kuch theek hai. Bobby, thoda, she is feeling little dull. Please don't do that and all. He does not talk what he has spoken here. Let me tell you, Dabbawalas have solved many divorces in Mumbai for your kind information. It is not their duty. What they are getting about 6,000 rupees is their monthly payment. Nothing. Is it a great human-centric leadership by Dabbawalas? Yes. Do you think it is being taught in HAL? I'm asking a question with our leader. Do you think it is taught in Wipro? Do you think I am teaching our students in NSB? No. This is taught in one great system called University of Life. Please become the students and leaders of the University Life. I think I will put a pause here and over to go on back.
Thank you, sir. I just usually come prepared. That's why you see. I'd like to read a quote by John C. Maxwell. People don't care what you know until they know what you care. It's a powerful quote. I think HR leaders must understand the wellness. A lot of sir has given input. A lot of things goes into our human thing. And today it's not about product, pricing, process. It's about people. People are assets. So they have to be nurtured, cared, and taken care. So now I'm going to open the floor for students. We can keep talking till the cows come home, right? Evening time. Now you tell us, ask, or we will jointly. It's not that you ask, we'll know. We'll also learn from you. Anything you want to start from Shreyas? You have anything you can engage the students?
One simple ground rule, keep one sentence question. Let it not become an answer by itself.
Yeah.
Or if you want to contribute something, most welcome.
Or more, don't give the objective, A, B, C, D. Option. Any questions? Let us, this is for us. This is not for, we are here on the stage and, yeah.
Kindly go ahead. You can be little out there only. Go ahead.
I have a question for you. I really believe in human-centric leadership, and I really think it's very important part of for any interest, every individual is a leader. But there's also as you're working in it, there can be many decisions which are being made towards the focus the decision-making process. Is it better to be an autocratic leader or a democratic? So what are the pros and cons of both the kinds of leadership? I'm curious.
Okay, so I'll just start off with, I'll ignite this one. You see some of the leaders who were sacked, especially the Uber. Who's the Uber founder? Anybody? Uber founder, you can Google later his name. He did a wonderful business model. He brought, share riding, right? Hail, what you call hail the cars and all that. Uber. He didn't invest any money in cars, right? All that he did was aggregate the business. But he was a ruthless guy, right? Of course, the business was disruptive, business model was different, the outcome was different, but he didn't last, if you see. Now we are also seeing Elon Musk. He's in the same path. For all his respect for his intelligence and other stuff, now he's slowly, we could see the arrogance he's taking. Now, you see that Twitter, there was a poll, how many people, I think 57 or 58% don't want him to be a CEO of that Twitter, right? So, definitely you also see the leaders who have made it. For example, our own leader, Tata's, so many of us humble our Mr. Premji. He started with an edible oil company, his father, and then we progressed. Narayan Murthy's of the world, our competitors, though we all in the same competition, but look at the humble and look at the thing. So that I just start that and give it to our.
Oh, you are doing.
Yeah, it's a good question because you are in the very primitive stage of your whatever you want to work or you want to become an entrepreneur. There is no single definition for becoming a good leader. Either you could be democratic or autocratic. It depends on every situation. It may vary from one situation to another, one company to another. But he gave an example that it is better to be more democratic than autocratic. Okay, maybe once in a while you can be autocratic as well in order to control different kind of people to bring some kind of a discipline. Otherwise, most often they're not. I think democratic leadership, it has found out to be, a more effective rather than autocratic. Again, it depends on your discretion and situation to situation. That judgment has to be made by the concerned person or a leader, okay, to succeed.
Okay, because all of you are students, with the permission of our 4 students, can I take our example? Okay, let me tell you, I joined NSB on 25th of July. Attendance was very thin. To get the all students back, I was quite tough. Bluntly put, I was autocratic. You can ask our students here, okay? Maybe once the session is over, you can check how tough I was. Unless you know the objective very clearly, you cannot define the style of a leadership. My objective was very clear to get the students on the campus, so I was to be autocratic. I can't be participative or I can't be democratic. But now you check, let me tell you. I just connected with Niali yesterday. 4 of us are going, you are hopping into my car. That's all. Do you know what was the logic of getting 4 of them here? Anybody? They are the class representatives of HR batch. 42 of them are there. They have been elected by their friends. Was it a democratic process? I'm asking a question because let me give an example which you can relate very easily. If I say I will use the autocratic style now, no, it depends on the situation. When discipline is not there, a leader has to be autocratic. When things are not going right, he has to be autocratic. But when you want to evolve and co-create and do the things, you will have to become different. That is, it can be participatory leadership or democratic, or it can be a kind of a transformational leadership. There are about nearly 12 different types of leadership. In defense, let me take an example. What is the style of a leadership? It is a combat leadership. Do you think can he become democratic there? You have a Kargil war and you are there as a brigadier leading a commandos, or maybe you are a captain, you need to shoot. Can you become democratic there? I'm asking a question. It is your combat leadership. You have to go shoot. That's it. Win and come out of the war field. Otherwise, your body will come back, not you will come back. Please understand, leadership depends on the situation. Hope I have tried to answer your question. Sir.
Okay, that's a good question. So anybody?
Yeah. Go ahead, please. We'll come back to you next.
Sir, even the greatest of the leaders have their bad days, wrong days. So, what would be your advice if the leader actually hits like a roadblock and he's not able to find a solution for it? What would be your advice that you would give to that person on that very problem? If he's not able to find a solution for it.
I think that in that situation, he or she has to fall with the team. Go back to the team, to seek the support. Probably do. That's what we do every quarter in our own business, right? You can sit. Please sit. Yeah. For us, like example, honestly, Wipro has not been doing last 22 quarters. You would already seen. Our competition is beating us. Every quarter we are having challenges. So what do? We go back to our own team. We have strategy sessions, planning, and see what best. All the usual. We go through that mechanism, understand the market and the economic conditions today. There are so many factors. But again, the leader has to be open to listening, probably find alternate solutions. Sometimes, like I said, you have to seek input from the team. That is the best way. Otherwise, if you say it's my way or highway, then you will always be in the highway. That's it.
Next question.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sir, my name is Mana. I'm in the automobile department. So I wanted to know, like, for leadership, how important for him or her to understand failure and to deal with it.
I think normally the leader says no, failure is the path to the success. So that is one of the best lesson what you learn when you fail. So never take it as anything you learn from the failure, then you definitely will be successful into that. That's all. Failure happens. It is a part of your life and is a part of your success. It is a take to the success level.
Yeah, this girl, white shirt. Yeah, you want to ask?
Just can you repeat the question?
Now, how to deal with uncertainty when you are going, especially on entrepreneurship path? Hope I am capturing it right.
I think the uncertainty is there from the time you get up from the bed. I think by the time that you reach to your college, what is certain in this world? I think nothing is certain. So in the people say, no, if you don't buy in a vehicle, life is safe, because if you buy a vehicle, you made an accident, police penalty. So the life journey itself is an uncertain. So nothing like a uncertain in the business. Everywhere it is an uncertain doubt. And but before, as a entrepreneur or something, be self-confident yourself that it is going to be successful. That's all I can say. Be confident and be belief in your capabilities and start work.
About 3-4 days back, I was listening to one interview from India Today correspondent with Narayan Murthy, founder of Infosys. They started, this initiative around 1980, after with 7 of the partners. After 10 years, probably in 1990, out of 7 members, 6 members, they said, "Sir, we are tired of it. We want to sell our company." Okay. Then Narayan Murthy was, actually was shocked. After 10 years of hard work, so much of work has been gone through, and they have almost reached the stage. And these people, they were tempted to sell their company because, somebody wanted to buy it at a cost. But Narayan Murthy, he said, no, nothing doing. If you want to sell, in the sense they were uncertain. After 10 years of hard work, and when company has reached a certain stage, they were uncertain about their future. They were not very confident that we will go up, we'll succeed as per our whatever your targets or vision, etc. So Narayan Murthy said, if you want, you can sell all your shares to me, I'll buy it. So other 6, they were more or less equally good. As much as Narayan Murthy, they had doubts in their mind. And, but one person, he said, no, we are going ahead. Because of which what happened, these 7 founders, their, now after another 10 years or so, their assets or income, whatever, it has gone 42 times. Within the 10 years, after they said, no, we will not sell and we'll go ahead, their assets, income, whatever shares, etc., it has gone 42 times. They have multiplied their business. That is the kind of a thing. Definitely, in any business or in any activity, any venture, you are going to face this kind of uncertain situations. It may be an excellent project, but still, you are uncertain because of, again, various factors. So that uncertainty part, it will be there, but you have to tackle with it with other solutions.
Your good name? Ishita. Ishita, see, it is very simple. Uncertainty is there when you don't have a clarity. First, you will have to have the clarity, right? Like what Ravi Kumar was quoting the example. You can have a simple, because New Horizon and Shilan Madam have given leadership sutras. Shall I give you some 3 sutras? Okay? 5 C's. First 5 C's. Okay? You must have a clarity on what you are doing, why you are doing. Unless and until you have that clarity, you will not be able to develop anything. Second, in the second component of the C, first sutra I am talking. Okay? Once you have a clarity, you should become competent in what you are doing. So competency is nothing but you develop your knowledge, skills and attitudes. Multiplying factor of that is competency. You become more competent, right? And third, you cannot do everything on your own. You will have to collaborate with everybody else. It can be, see, when you are starting a company, you need around 25,000, you will have to go and talk to your father, and if your father does not agree, route it through your mother and get the approval done. Collaboration, alright? And after collaboration, you need to contribute. If you have taken 25,000 from your father, you should contribute and show, yes, 25,000 has become 32,000 in 3 months. That means you will get some kind of a manifestation of it. Yes, are you sure you are going to make 25 to 32? No. But you will have to co-create. So, to capture, kind of a summarize, you'll have to have a clarity. You need to become kind of crystal clear on getting a competency. After that, you collaborate, then contribute, then most importantly, co-create. That is what is the evolve theme of the your leadership summit. Today, please understand, nothing is permanent. Even I was driving quite fast. You can check with all our 4 students, Divansh, Shatri, Nihali and Kaveshri will tell how fast. I told them, I have driven 4.5 kilometers in Bangalore and not met one accident. You are safe. You don't worry. I am driving fast. I declared it to them. See, please understand, uncertainty is a part of life. But don't afraid of failures. Just to quote one simple example. When I was a second semester PhD student, my paper was accepted in Cambridge. I made efforts. I lost 12,500. 291 negative responses I had got. When the 292nd came, I was not confident from Government of India it will be a positive answer. But it came. It takes time. So don't worry about failures and frustrations. Just to supplement your point, failures and frustrations, keep the lesson, forget the episode. If something wrong has gone, keep the lesson, forget the episode. I think that's the summary I can just give.
Yeah, any more questions?
Yeah. Now I think they have got triggered.
Again. So my question is, during situational leadership, sometimes we as a leader have to make certain decisions. For example, there are different kinds of teams, and we usually select the best fit for a particular project for satisfying the client. So that sometimes rises up into an issue of being envious of that person. So how do we deal with such kind of to delegate it between the members?
Anybody you are trying
It's open to all the industrial panelists.
I'm just trying to grasp that question. So sorry if you can.
So, a client proposes a project. So we as a leader select a particular person or a specific team to do that job. And the other people, they're envious of that. And it leads to a certain different situation in differences of opinion.
No, every customer, we have 1,400 customers, right? We are all measured by metrics, SLAs, KPIs, everything, right? Delivery. See, you're not only looking at customer, we are looking at customer. Can a bank go down 5 minutes transaction? Can you afford, please sit down. Can you afford stock exchange going down at 2 peak, 9 o'clock? Everybody logs in, right? There is a secret here. 40% of the IT people, they do only stock broken 9 o'clock. Don't think they're all attending meetings, okay? They're all busy doing share trading. There's a spike, right? So imagine 5 minutes downtime. Can you afford it? No. So customers they want to see the value. They come to organization, they evaluate through RFPs, bids, and shortlisting. Everything happens. So we also promise, right? So of course, sometimes we over promise, under deliver. All that happens, right? But there is no compromise on quality. So they want the best. So you have to have the reason is sometimes when you go for customer presentation, they want A team. They'll say, where is your A team? Doesn't matter. People have to fly here from here to New York. Friend of our MBAs like you, because you are the ones who are transition managers, business analysts who do this sort of work mostly transition, right? So they'll ask who is the best, who is the A team. So they will not compromise. There's nothing like the other people have to be in. Yes, for the other people, if they have to catch up, they also have to demonstrate whether they have to do additional certification or they have to get industry experience, shadow somebody, participate. They cannot just sit and watch others and get run over by the bus. So is okay answer.
Yeah. So currently we are in a technological era and our technological evolution is going on. How technology be used to bring a leader in an individual?
It's a good question. You are bringing the best of our technology, right? You are ensuring that leaders understand technology. Is that right? Or you want to get the maximum?
Using technology, how can
We bring out leaders in one. See, now India is the best example.
right? We are in a digital world. I mean, today if you see, that's why sir said you should read paper. Do you know the maximum transaction in a rural area has happened? Paytm, 20 rupees in Vellore is the highest. I don't know what they eat, pani puri or they go in auto rickshaw. The reason is in Vellore they have a college, I think, right? About 28,000 people. They use Paytm, right? And likewise, rural India has adopted. So already India, we already shown the world that we are in the digital leadership, the transformation, the COVID. We all had our automated COVID certificates in us, or when you travel abroad, you have to use the COVID application. So we have taken already the leadership. There is nothing, no doubt that we are still catching up pace. And in fact, if you see all the CEOs, major CEOs of Indian origin, they're all running the companies, right? So you already seen that there's an example that all the leaders, at least last 20, 30 years, they're all in the digital era. And people like you who are born this century, we call you are all digital natives. I mean, I'm sure if I give you a phone, you will know how to play around and break the phone or do anything, right? Apps and all that other stuff. So we are already there. There's no doubt about somebody is leader in digital. All of us, we have to use technology day to day. In fact, if you see now integrated BMTC metro is going to roll out in 2 weeks' time. You will pay your bus fare using your Paytm, whatever QR code, whatever, right? So we are already demonstrated. We are in that journey now. All the leaders, believe it or not, most of the organizations, small, medium enterprises, I'm sure, sir, here they know that we are in a digital world, right? To some extent, all of us already demonstrating in each of our domains already.
And does this answer?
I'll just
No,
supplement to it.
one second. Whether he has answered your question? Partly or 50%. 50%. Yeah.
Okay, offline I'll give you another.
I'll give you two direct industry examples. You know IBM, right? IBM had one system called Your Learning before COVID also. Not that it was not digital learning for all employees. But during the COVID period, they said if at all somebody wants to learn something, it's fine. Let me tell you, if you look into the data of IBM in 2020, between March to September, 9.7 million hours of content has been consumed by the employees, especially in India. 1.55 lakh employees of IBM. Did it contribute further to the business? Yes. They were 30% better during that window, March to September 2020. Did technology help you to improve the leadership among all the 1.55 lakh employees? Yes or no? Was the technology leveraged? Simple. I'll give you another example. If you look into two pharmaceutical companies, one is AstraZeneca and one more Sami Chemical. They don't conduct the orientation program about the company after they come. 15 days before, the employees have to go through the app. The moment they come, they will have a discussion with the people. Every day they have to go through the video nuggets. They will have to answer quizzes about the company. App is being used to conduct the orientation. Now on the day of joining, say for example, 2nd January is the date of joining for AstraZeneca. You are one of the R&D person, for example. You are not reported. Sudden alert will go to HR and he will simply call, hey, you are supposed to join, you are not reported. 9:30 is your reporting time, till 10 you are not turned up. Are you joining or not? If you say, no sir, I have joined another company, buy an offer, they will block the app instantly in next 30 seconds. Do you think humanly it is possible? No. Technology is being leveraged. Please understand, you can play the technology to develop leadership at any point of level. I just give an example of a orientation program which is happening in AstraZeneca Pharma India. We can quote 101 examples. My only suggestion, all young leaders here, I am not going to call you students, is open up your mind and ears. India spends average 3.5 hours on WhatsApp. Divert 1 hour to learning. You will become leader.
Last question.
values. So what happens is all the time we can't align core values with our mission. As a leader, in this situation, how do you align it? Like you have to give up on one thing. So how do you align it so to see core value or mission kind of thing, which is more important?
See, ours is see, I'm audible. I'm just our Wipro. We started in 1945. We started with the edible oil company, then now we sort of digital company transformed. But if you see our own Wipro mission and vision and all the Wipro values, we have not compromised on any of our values. Customer centricity, unyielding integrity, treat everybody with respect. And that is how we carry. When you get oriented first day, our visiting card, first your name and backside is all our core values. Right, so there is no other, our DNA. We stick with our DNA, and that's why Mr. Friendly says, when we deal with anybody, government officials or code of business conduct, we are very serious. Anybody with at least bribing or any sort of things, zero tolerance. Right, so we will not compromise. Likewise, many companies. I'm not just saying only Wipro. We are Tata, Reliance, any company in India today. We are all under scrutiny. We have to live by values. Only then we can progress. Not just 10 years, 20. And see, today IBM is a 110-year-old company. They must be having their own values. Like Wipro 1945. Even Tata's, I think they are more than 100 years. They have about 98 or 102 companies, different companies. Right, so each of our company DNA is orchestrated by the values. So of course, businesses will come, diversification. We actually acquire companies. That is phases. But fundamentally, nobody can compromise on the values.
Yeah. I think I appreciate my Detroit. We're establishing a big $1 billion company. We can talk a lot of core values. We don't divert that area. All the respect to them, but as a smaller startup companies in the present world, you cannot draw a core value. You will not do something next level. You will not do. Practically should accept it because all others will have their own core values. So you cannot put our value and say you will not do any job. Those startup companies, hundreds of obstacles will come. I will take a decision. I don't write. Right? I don't think in the present world of in India and anywhere you will not do inspire. We don't put a different word. It's a consultancy. Big companies will do. They give to one consultant asking to grab everything not get it done. Maybe small companies, another commission we don't pay, we give directly. These are real fact. What happens in this world of what we are really. Core value can be done once you reach a level that you don't need anything else. As a startup for 30 years, I think we are flexible in our values, but in another day, your growth has to grow. Somewhat we have to compromise. Then you say something has to be done.
Yeah, just to supplement to Reddy sir's, you know ID Fresh, right? It is also a brand.
Yes.
Right? PC Mustafa
is Vasya member.
Okay. PC Mustafa had one big conflict on the values which you are asking. They had come out with one snack, more like this late chips kind of. They were supposed to get a big order of almost about a crore. And in fact, he had a discussion with the general manager operations of ITC hotels and Taj hotels. They got an offer. Then he just curiously asked where this snack is going to be used. He said, in our Taj hotel, we are going to use it as a bar snack. Means, along with the bar, it will be used as a snack. Do you know what was the decision of Mustafa? He had a 1 crore order from Taj hotels and he was not making 5 lakhs at that point of time. Yes, now it is a multimillionaire company. That is a different story. But I'm talking at the initial stage. He said, give me a day's time, let me consult my other 2 partners and I'll come back. Next day, he makes a phone call and he sends a mail. Sorry, I'm not going ahead. I don't want my snack to become a bar snack. I rather live with my values. Then he started looking a little differently and you see what idea is. That time he had only idli dosa pattern. Then he came out with multiple different varieties of products. Yes, he kept his values. He started innovating the product. It all depends how you really look at it. So if value is going to be bigger for you, compromise everything. Like Reddy sir is telling, at times you want to become practical. Yes, that can also be. But it is very difficult. There is no direct 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 answer for that. It depends. But if you want to get stuck to the values, get stuck to the values. No compromise. But you will take a longer time to reach where you really. Hope we have got the answer. There are two different words of answer. One is art reality, another one is stick to your values. Okay, one last question. Yeah, go ahead.
Like advisable for a leader to shift his perspective more often, be more versatile, rather than sticking to the main goal, main vision which you want to have.
Today we live in an agile world. There is you keep thinking to only one thing, you'll be dead and gone. Very simple. Today you are living in a world of agility. If I do something, if it adds a value, then what I had done yesterday, I better go ahead and do. So your overall philosophy of an organization or your entity or a startup, whatever you call, has to be intact. But when you really take operational decisions, you can't really say, I will be like this only. No, it can't be. You will have to keep orienting and evolving, and you will have to become relevant to the situation and do it. Just to give a simple example, Microsoft was not giving a transfer to their R&D employees here in Bangalore. But about 4 years back, they came out with the policy. They tied up with BMTC. They gave the Volvo buses. They said, moment you hop into the Volvo, you start working, I'll consider it as a login time. Because they were spending 1.5 hours going, 1.5 hours coming. They were actually working only 5 hours in the company. Microsoft R&D. Do you think it is flexible? 8 hours you work, 3 hours in Volvo bus, 5 hours in my R&D center. Finish, I'm fine. You are doing your 8 hours work. Go and spend that 3 hours with your wife, husband, or girlfriend, whatever. Because you will become more productive. Next day you are much more fresh and you are more productive. I'm fine with it. Hope I am answering your question. Yeah, last question.
We all know that entrepreneurs and leaders there's a lot of experiment. So how their experience plays an important role in this process of experimentation.
Every day is an experience. Be open to experience. I will always say, be open and positive to experiences. Life will automatically keep on getting evolved. Very simple. So don't be afraid of a failure. Very, very simple. When you are really going ahead with the experience or experimentation, don't be afraid of a failure. Do you know how many times each of these companies, whatever we are talking about, do you think they have not failed? They have not failed, but they have learned from that failure. So you should be ready to experience with the experimentation process, obviously, you'll be in a position. Yes, Mohan sir, what do you do sum up?
So we are now going to sum up. First of all, I really thank our panelists. A lot of things, how time passed, right? Almost we spent close to 90 minutes. So a lot of things, value, the innovation, curiosity. I think from our personal experiences, like I said, he's already addressed you. Sir is already you are the future leader, right? You take this as a starting point, and there should not be any self-doubt. Somebody asked, so you are in your own terms as a leader, and especially from MBA scholars. I mean, you respect all engineers as well. You have to show that business acumen, leadership, experiment, and evolve. So with this, I thank you very much. Thank you for the active participation again. So energetic, enthusiastic, and excitement.
Just to supplement Mohan's point, you are leader of your life. Take charge of it. Sit in the driver's seat. Start driving your car. 60 kilometer, 80 kilometer, 140 kilometer. You decide.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you to all the panelists, all our students for, especially the one which you told to us, the human-centric leadership. It was very nice. As we have come to the end of the program, I request Dr. Dhanlakshmi Madal, Associate Professor, New Horizon College of Engineering, to present vote of thanks. A very pleasant good afternoon.
Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, APJ Abdul Kalam, Ratan Tata, Dhirubhai Ambani, Sachin Tendulkar, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, my favorite superstar Rajnikant, your favorite Dr. Rajkumar, and our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The list is endless. Am I missing anyone? Virat Kohli.
They are the leaders, madam. Sorry,
Okay,
I don't agree.
Virat Kohli. Anyone else from your side?
No, all these are leaders. You will
Yes.
have to add that to the list.
All my second year 180 students. Right? The term leader and leadership is very old, not new. But the leadership sutras, the leadership strategies, and the leadership philosophies keep evolving and keep changing. That is why we are here today to discuss on leadership sutras, experiment, experience, and evolve. I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks because the word thanks is not just a word, it is an appreciation of efforts of all. When something is appreciated, next time it becomes so beautiful. First of all, I would like to thank Almighty God for His blessings and showerings on us in all our efforts. The success of any organization depends on the founder's thoughts, values, and long term vision. On that note, it's my sincere thanks to our Dr. Mohan Magnani sir, Chairman, New Horizon Educational Institutions, for his visionary leadership. Without his thoughts, New Horizon will be nowhere. Thank you, sir, in his absence here. It's my pleasure to thank our principal, sir, Dr. Manjunatha, for his constant guidance and support. Next is my boss.
Leader, no
Leader, yes, sir.
Sorry,
Leader.
I'm taking your liberty.
It's okay. Dr. Sheelan Mishra, ma'am. So Monday morning, there was a message from ma'am. Dhanlakshmi, shall we start working for the leadership summit? Yes, ma'am. Started from there, and now we are here so successful. I have been under ma'am for the last 1 year, and I always been trying to guess what leadership style she has: autocratic, democratic, or laissez-faire. To be honest, she is a mix of all. Depending on situations, she is a task-oriented leader. She keeps smiling, but the work will happen. That is the beauty of her leadership skill. And at this point, ma'am, you told that one of your boss told you will reach great heights on leadership, and that is why she got recently promoted from HOD to Dean Management Studies, Entrepreneurship and Incubation. Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure to thank Dr. E. Rangareddy sir, a versatile person with a very rich experience, for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest of the day. Thank you so much, sir. When it is leadership summit, summit becomes more meaningful when the leaders discuss and share their opinions. So with that, we have the live practicing leaders here, Mr. Nandish Hermath, Dean Academics NSB and Member Secretary AIMS Karnataka Kerala Chapter. Thank you, sir. Mr. Mohan Kumar, Global Practice Head Wipro Limited. Thank you, sir. Mr. Ravi Kumar, Founder and President, Karnataka Management Association. Thank you all for spending your valuable time with us. And the discussion looked more beautiful with the students' interaction with the student moderator, Mr. Shreyas from ISE, Sri Harshita ECE, Shivaya MCA, Omkar AML, Hanush L Mechanical, Siddharth Civil, Ishita Computer Engineering, Ria CSE, and Vishnu and Apurva from MBA. Thank you so much, students. I thank our professors, Professor Shalini and Ankita, for doing the master of ceremony of the event, and they have really done so good. Thank you so much. I thank my technical team. Always this boy will be there. Nagendra Babu will be there. I'll send just a message. Tomorrow there is an event. Come with your laptop. He'll be there. And Shubham and Raghu for helping us. I thank the branding team of our New Horizon College for continuously helping us with all the posters. And a special thanks to my office boy Anjaneya for making all this work. And finally, my dear students, no, from today you are leaders for patiently listening to all of us. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
We have one event organized along with NHRD and even AIMS will be a partner in January. I'll share more details with Shailen. So if you want to go one notch higher, so the theme of the event is Campus to Corporate Industry Readiness. We'll have a lot of industry people coming in from ABB and some leadership coaches. I'll share the details with Shailen. Please do send your students. Let us have that reciprocal arrangement. Thank you.
Sure. So all can go for lunch and come back to your classes. Thank you.
Typical professors.